just put it on me for now. We'll take turns. Plus, I look good on camera.
Do you really?
I think. Hey, guys! Anyway. Make sure that doesn't fall. Your phone is like the bomb. You don't want it to break. Is it clipped to the table?
So everybody needs to log on to the Periscope.
Periscope, I think on Periscope is Sex, Love, and Lies.
To see both of us.
Right.
And to get a different view of this one over here.
Of my red lips.
You might want to.
I think I like this side angle.
Go to the pod.
This way. Excuse me.
Sex, Love, and Lies podcast.
Oh, hey, Ash. I know you can't see Rodney. Like, we're trying to, like, figure this shit out as we go. We're on Periscope.
Hey, Ash. Who's Ash?
No, Ashley.
Oh, Ash. Hey, Ash. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Just come on this side. Well, whatever. We'll switch it around.
Okay.
You look pretty. Oh, thanks, Boo. You like my red lips? My hair's still nappy as hell, though. I tried to pull it together today. But anyway.
Hold on. How do people log on to the Periscope?
We're on, she said, hey, Rodney. Huh?
Hey, how do we log into Periscope?
Periscope is on the iPad. Oh, you should follow us on Periscope. We're on Periscope. That way you can see both of us.
I'm sorry. Is Periscope an only app type of deal? So if you don't have Android, you can't get on Periscope?
No, you can get on Periscope using Apple.
Using Android.
I don't understand your question.
Okay. Is Periscope an Apple only product?
No.
Oh, okay.
You can't. Are you gonna go on Periscope? Oh, she says she don't. Just download it, boo. Go to your market and just download it. So our name on Periscope, I haven't. No, you can join. Even if you had Android, you can still download it. Anybody have access to it? Periscope is you have access. It's an Apple and Google Play Market. And Periscope, I think our name is Sex, Love, and Lies without the
podcast.
Without the podcast. So download it. So that way you can see both of us because we're streaming on Instagram. And we can't figure out how to get it to stream and look at both of us. And since I look so damn cute.
Yeah, she looks so damn cute.
With my nappy hair and my pop and red lips, we're going to have it straight on me. All right. So let's get to the get-go. Mr. Bailey, Lady Madonna. Now, we have another host.
Actually, two.
No, we don't. We have another host who's not going to be able to join us today. She's getting ready for Thanksgiving, which is understandable. I actually did my Thanksgiving shopping earlier today.
It wasn't shopping for Thanksgiving? Food shopping.
Grocery shopping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, eggnog.
Anyway, and it wasn't as chaotic as I thought it was going to be, thank God. But I got it done early, so here we are. Now, I actually came up with a lot of different subjects for us to talk about today. But the fact that my girl Blee's not going to be able to join us, I think we're going to hold off on the original topic I wanted to speak about. And I think we're just going to freestyle it a little bit today just to see how we vibe off each other.
Okay.
To see if later on, what says ended?
Does it say live? It says live, right?
It still says live, but it didn't end. Ashley, can you still hear us? Because it says ended. I don't know what that means. Did it end?
What says ended?
At the top. Oh, it doesn't say end.
Yeah, that's the end.
So is that what we hit when we want to end? Like, I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
As you can tell, I don't go live often. All right, so Rodney is one of my very, very close friends. And prior to being friends with him and my other friend, I was one of those, I would say naive or I don't know what the best word would explain. But I was one of the people that thought there's no way in hell the opposite sex could be like really great friends without having any type of sexual relationship previous. Anyway, I had to say that because I guess we're a prime example that could actually really happen, right? Why are you giving me that look?
How can you not think two people...
Because I've never experienced it before.
Can't just be friends and just be people and every guy has to want to get with every girl on the planet.
No, I don't think that every guy want to get with every girl. I just feel like most of the things I speak of, I like to speak about it from experience. And in my past, I've never experienced a real, true, genuine friendship from another guy. I felt like, not even feel, as time went on, they wanted something out of it. So
at some point, every dude in your life has wanted to get with you.
Okay, I'm not going to say it like that. That sounds way too cocky.
But no. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at some point,
I'm not going to say that.
A guy would try to push the boundaries of your friendship to see if it could bloom into something else.
I will say that if they came in or came to me speaking about just platonic friends and I agree on it, eventually they wanted something, yes.
Wow. Sucks to be sexy.
Did you just say it sucks to be sexy?
It must really suck.
Anywho, that's not the subject I wanted to talk about today, but I just wanted to touch on that because I kind of wanted everybody to feel the nature of our relationship and why we are close and why I'm very comfortable around you because it's been easy, I should say, being friends with you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, granted, you do get on my nerve at times.
Example.
But, what you mean?
I need an example of when I get on your nerves. I don't think I do.
I won't even, like, when we interact, you don't get on my nerves, but if I bring in, like, a third party that you may find sexy, the things you say to them makes me uncomfortable.
For
I'm like,
example,
no, you can't speak to my girlfriends like that. You gotta treat them like you treat me.
Hold on. When have I ever been out of pocket with any of your girlfriends?
I won't necessarily say out of pocket, because out of pocket means, like, you were totally being disrespectful. I don't think you were ever totally disrespectful to myself and my girlfriends, but there were times where you have said something that I was like, oh, like I cringed at it. Like, don't say that or don't do that.
Like what?
Prime example. When we went out this weekend with my girlfriend from Brooklyn, I'm not gonna name any names. I don't know what you were trying to do, and maybe it had to do with me reading into it, but when we were downstairs taking pictures, and you wanted to take a picture of her, so she was doing her little thing, like, yeah, I'm taking a picture. And you're like, no, I want you to turn your body this way. I want to take a picture with you this way. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I was not hitting on your girlfriend. I wanted that shot for me.
She said, it's the truth. What's the truth?
Hold on, is she on here?
I think she said, it's the truth. I don't know which part she's talking about. But yeah, like I said.
Hold on. Is she watching?
Yeah, she's watching.
She's not.
Yeah, she is. It says 1. See where it says followers 1?
That's Ash.
That's Ashley.
Oh, I thought old girl from downstairs was watching.
Who is old girl from downstairs?
The girl we went out with.
Who, Sherman?
Yeah.
Why you say from downstairs like she lives downstairs? I can't with you. Anyway, like I said, that was one of those moments where I was like, oh, don't do that. What are you doing? Stop. Like, it just felt weird.
Yeah, you made that comment, she's not your girlfriend, but I wasn't looking at her.
But you were
No, I wasn't.
Turn your body this way.
I just wanted the shot that I wanted. Y'all was getting the shot y'all wanted.
And what shot was this?
Okay, so check it out.
No, I don't want to check it out.
I wanted to be facing the camera, and I wanted her not to be facing the camera.
So you wanted her butt to be pressed up against your pelvic?
No,
area?
the butt would have been facing the camera, because she's facing me.
So y'all hugged up like y'all in a relationship?
No, we don't have to be hugged up. No,
like,
I just, no. I wanted to be looking at the camera, and I wanted the back of her to be present to the camera. I wanted that shot. That's the shot I wanted.
Yeah, no. We won't be having any pictures like that.
See, yeah, but I wouldn't. It's not because she was your girl or she wasn't your girl, or I would have done that with anybody I wanted a shot with.
No, you're going to have to start treating my girlfriends like you treat me, and no, none of those. We're about to be in a relationship, so let's take this real quick picture shot.
No, I wasn't thinking about us being in a relationship. I see her as a friend. I don't see her as a potential.
Okay, so if you see her as a friend, why the hell would you want to be having one of these shots? Like, look into my eyes, and you will see what you mean to me. Like, why the hell?
I just wanted to see if this shot would work. I mean, y'all was seeing the shots would work behind the mirror, and
it wouldn't work. It won't work.
Don't
take no more asked to take no more pictures like that with any of my friends. That was hella uncomfortable. And I know she felt it too.
Did she really?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I need to know that she felt uncomfortable.
She said nothing, so I'm going to assume she did.
Oh.
So I have to be the voice of reason when things like that happen. I'm supposed to be like, nope, stop. We're not doing this today.
For the record, I was not trying to,
She laughing?
I wasn't trying to, make a move.
You were, I won't say you were trying to make a move, but you made that shit uncomfortable for like a quick second.
It wasn't uncomfortable. I didn't feel
I was like, what the hell is going on here? Did I miss something? Anyway, you said you wanted to ask a question, and it was regarding what?
Okay, so look. I got this friend. She's been in a relationship for about a year. She has fell on hard times. Mm-hmm. So she had to move back in with some family, and her dude had to go with his peoples. All right, now the issue is the peoples that my friend is staying with, the female friend, her peoples don't treat him with respect. They say little things to just let him know that his opinion doesn't count, or what he wants is not an issue, not over here. So he's feeling some type of way that his girl's not backing him up in situations where, people step into him and say, hey, you can't do that around here, when, he's trying to be in her life and they're trying to be a unit. So my question is, let's say if you fell on hard times and you had to go stay with some peoples and your man had to go stay with some peoples, I mean, would you have his back knowing that, if you kind of piss off the people you're staying with, that, they could potentially put you out? Or would you be like, we need to be cool for the interim until, we can have our own place and voice our opinion?
Well, honestly, the answer for that is always going to be you need to be cool, because if you're staying at someone else's place, I don't care how old you are, you need to abide by their rules. So forgive me for the question I'm about to ask, because I was actually grabbing a bottle of water. But did you say that he's staying with her family? No,
he's staying with his peoples.
Okay, so his family.
Right, and he comes over and says, hey,
he comes over where she's staying.
Where she's staying.
Uh-huh.
And not trying to regulate, but, he has a relationship with her children.
Okay.
That, certain things need to be done. He'll say, hey, I need you to go do this. And then the grandma would chime in like, oh, no, they're at my house. They don't have to do anything that you say, which is, I mean.
So prior to them falling on hard times and separating, they were living in one home and they actually kind of function as a unit.
Correct.
So then, I think her grandma needs to shut up.
Right, but, it's grandma's house.
Yeah, it's grandma's house by abiding by grandma's rules, whether you flush the toilet after you pee, turn the lights off after you exit the bathroom, don't leave any dishes in the sink, please don't leave your dirty drawers on the bathroom floor. But it's not grandma's rules when it comes to raising your kids and functioning as a whole in terms of mother and father or mother and stepfather. I feel at that point in time, grandma needs to hush her mouth. That's just my opinion.
Right. So my opinion to my friend is, I understand, you feel you can't say something, but they got to communicate that, if he's, trying to be that real man in her children's life, that he's going to have the ability to regulate what these children are doing, regardless of where they are.
Right.
So for her not to have his back, even though she feels that he might, that grandma might, put him out if, things get out of pocket, she needs to be there for her man.
Agreed. I think that's a conversation she should probably have with her grandmother when he's not around.
And then he's going to have a conversation with the grandmother, man to grandmother about, hey, I understand this is your house. But, these children are going to be my responsibility. They're my responsibility now. So I'm not trying to, overstep myself. But, if I let these kids know they need to go do something, then that's what it is.
I don't think, see, you can read Ashley's comment, but I don't think he should have a conversation with the grandmother by himself. No.
If they're going to build a relationship, I mean...
No, I think she should have a conversation with her grandmother by herself. And then they should regroup and then have a conversation with all three parties. That's just my opinion. Because it's her family. You know, she needs to be like, Grams, you know, something is going on. We're having conversations about this. He's not quite comfortable. I want to bring him in at a later time so he can actually speak his truth or experience with you, and we can kind of try to work it out and hash it out. I don't know if the grandmother will receive him well if he's like, hey, I need to talk to you for a second. She probably like,
I mean, I've spoken to the grandma before, and you know, I feel we have a decent relationship. If you know,
yeah, Ashley said the same thing. She said she has to have a conversation with her. Yeah, I don't think him pulling the grandma to the side will go well.
I can't imagine any grown-ass man having an issue with any person, regardless of their age, wouldn't want to just pull them aside and say, hey, Manda, whoever the hell you are, this is how I feel about this, and I understand, you know, this is where you stay, and, you know, these children are under my protection, and I'm going to have to be able to, you know, exert some authority around your place.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but as in every corporation, there's a hierarchy and there's structures that you have to follow, and you have to speak to this person before you go to that level, etc. I feel like it's the same in a relationship, especially when you're talking about family members. That's why I feel like the girl needs to talk to her grandma first, and then bring him in, loop him in. I don't think he should have a conversation with the grandmother.
Right? Yeah, right. No. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that the issue? Now, why aren't they trying to struggle this out on their own? Why? I don't know.
Well, they fell on hard times. You know, there was a job loss, and you know, apartments, you know, became an issue. You know, paying rent and you know, eviction, and you know, things happen, and you know, you got to move in with your people for a little bit, and you know, regroup, and then get back out there.
I don't know. I just feel like there's so many different programs out there. There's so many different resources that we can all utilize versus having to, like, you know, inconvenience someone else. I don't know. That's just me. Like, I'm the type of person, I get on Google in a heartbeat, like, about to be late on my rent. What resources is out there that can help me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, before I start asking friends or calling family members, like, oh, how's that couch in your living room? Is it real soft? Because I might need it one day. Like, I'm not like that person. I resort to all other aspects of, I don't know. I'll go through different things before I actually go lay on somebody else's couch.
All right, so.
Because I guess I'm just too prideful.
Really?
Like, I'd probably sleep in my car before I even ask you for a room.
Really? You would sleep in your car before you
Okay,
ask
that's to the extreme. Friend? I'm just letting you know how prideful I am.
Really? So if you ask me, hey,
that is to the extreme. I'm just letting you know
I need to, you know, stay with you for a little bit. I'm your last resort.
Pretty much.
Wow, you suck.
I would have to exhaust all other options before I go inconveniencing anybody. I just know how I am as a
don't want to inconvenience anybody, but, you know, if I need a little help to help me get back on my feet as fast as possible, I'm going to ask.
I mean, to each his own. I'm just letting you know how I operate as a whole. So, it is what it is. So, tell your girl to speak to grandma and tell grandma chill. I know that's her grandbabies, but listen, I know how it feels to have grandma intervening in the parenting of your kids. Yes, my mom and my daughter are extremely close, and Lord knows I could never bond with my mom on a mother-to-mother level. I've tried. Like, I'll call her, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, ain't no way in hell my mom gonna start with Winter on this one, because that's some bullshit, right? So I'm all calling, souped up, like, wait till she hear this shit. Winter dead. So I'm on the phone, I'm going in like, yeah, could you believe? And then it's dead ear. I'm like, hello? Well, I'm like, oh, hell no. And I already know when it's dead ear and she hit me with the well, I already know it's girl, bye. I was like, you know what, mom, forget it. I don't even know why I even tried. These damn grandparents and their babies, I don't know. And as I told my friends before, like, maybe I don't understand it because I grew up without grandparents. So maybe that's where the struggle comes in, but I don't know. Just some things you just can't be like, oh, let the baby be the babies. Nah, man, take the belt out and whoop ass like mine. Like, I got my ass whooped.
Yeah, I got my ass whipped.
Like, my mom did not hold back when it came to beating my ass, okay? My dad is the only person that really didn't go in on the ass whooping. Like, I think he smacked me a couple of times. When my mom used to grab whatever she had in her hand, I was catching it. There wasn't no, come here, turn you over, lay over my lap, pat, 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 you did something wrong. And I go lay down. It was, oh, fuck,
Wow.
she's grabbing whatever she could possibly, and I'm catching it, okay?
I see her as a friendly, loving,
Don't get me wrong, my mom is friendly and very loving, but she used to tear my ass
Did
up.
she really?
Oh my God. The neighbors used to be like, oh God, Virginia, spare the child. Because the way we used to live, did my computer just die? The way we used to live and where our house was positioned, you can hear pretty much everything that was going on. So the neighbors used to be like, oh Lord, Virginia, give the girl a chance.
Oh my God.
My mom used to tear my ass up. Okay, I don't even know how this computer just died like this. That's crazy.
I used to get my ass beat.
Anyway.
Oh my God. It was the worst.
She said, well, the grandma obviously has no respect for him, so the girlfriend should speak. Yeah, agreed. So what was the other question that you was going to ask me? And I don't understand how my computer just died. Like, it is plugged in. Like, am I doing something wrong here?
Okay, look. Saying there's no going forward.
Right.
There's no more future relationships. You can pick somebody you've been with in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Not just someone you've been in a long-term relationship with. Just anybody you had any dealings with in the past. Who would it be?
Out of all the people I've dated, there's no going forward.
I guess you've had to have some type of, at least one date versus just somebody you come in contact with on the street.
As much as I'm going to regret to say this.
Really?
I know who I will pick this one person. The code word for that person is African.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It would have been African and the other one that I told you about that I think is kind of like...
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to be with nobody that's kind of like...
So African.
Because the one that's kind of like don't want to agree, he's kind of like... So I would have to go with African. Like, he's overall like... He pretty much have everything that I would want, my significant other to be. Minus the shit he did the last time we dealt with each other. Minus that part. Yeah.
Wow.
Why? Oh, do I have to give a reason?
Yeah, why?
Okay, so besides the physical, because he's, to me, very good looking. Besides the physical.
How tall is he?
He's not that tall. That's the only part that I'm like, ooh. But in terms of complexion, he's perfect complexion.
Black.
Huh?
Black.
We're all black.
Well, blacker than black.
No, he's not blacker than black. Do you mean dark skin? That's the technical term. Don't be ignorant. Anyway, he has nice complexion. We get along well. I will say.
Which means what? How do y'all interact in
public?
public?
I'm not uncomfortable around him. We talk about different things. It's never like, I don't know if you've ever been around somebody and like, yeah, like you're looking at your clock like, I'm getting ready to get out of here because this is fucking boring. So like, I don't have that with him. And the way we grew up, even though it was completely different places, we were able to relate on a lot of different things. Like, I was, grew up poor. He grew up poor. The other thing about him that I like is he's very motivated. Like, he's not the type of person like, okay, I'm going to just settle for this 9 to 5 and get this check. and I would be good. Like, he's thinking on different levels, and I like that. That's very sexy. I don't like a guy that's just not motivated. Motivation is sexy as shit. What I mean by that is, like, he has a 9 to 5. He also have rental properties. Him and his parents are actually working on building a store in Africa with apartment building at the top. Like, he's constantly thinking about different ways to make money, and I like that. That shit's sexy. The least attractive man to me is a nigga that's depending on a bitch for lunch money, and I had one of those too. So I can speak from both end of the spectrum, and
which surprises me that you would have that issue.
Well, he didn't come to me like this. Feed me, Seymour. Like, he didn't come to me like that. It gradually turned into that, and I was just like, I was trying to be that woman that was supportive, like your situation with your friend. You know, support your man when they're down, encourage him, blah, blah, blah. But after a while, that shit gets old real quick. So that's why I say African. And then let's not talk about the bedroom. Okay, let's not talk about it. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for
like,
you.
I've never been with someone that, I think I explained to you, like, intimacy is very important to me. Especially everything that leads up before the actual sex. Like, all that foreplay. Very important. And a lot of people that I'm with, like, they try to skip past that. Like, it's like 3 steps. Ready. I'm like, whoa. There's a lot of other places in between all those 3 things. Like, you want to explore that for a second? No, okay. And he's not like that. Like, he's very romantic. He's passionate. When we kiss, it feels like I'm kissing myself because we're just so in tune with each other. It's woo. Okay. First of all, I need to purge this man about my system, because me thinking about him might make me want to call him. Like, he on my shit list right now. So, oh, she not on there. He on my shit list right now. So, moving on. What about you? You have somebody?
All the girls that I've had dealings with, honestly, Danica.
Who's Danica?
Danica.
Who's Danica? Who knows this?
Danica she was fun. She was...
Did I hear about Danica?
No, never.
You never told me about Danica?
No, never.
Of all the ratchet people you told me about, you never told me about her.
She was fun. I could speak to her. I could actually talk to her about things that were on my mind, and she wouldn't, get all offended. Some girls are so prissy that you say something, it's like, oh, we can't talk about that, or oh my God, we can talk about anything, which made me really comfortable around her. Because of my, I guess, youngness, I could never see...
Young? You were immature when you were dating her?
Maybe not immature. I just never saw her as a long-term option. Why? I always saw her as something to do right now. Not long-term.
Even with all the great things you just said about her?
Yeah, because she had a few too many children for me.
Oh. And what's a few too many?
5.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't see myself raising...
You guys would have had a good,
right,
a nice village.
Basketball team.
Yeah, because she would have had 5 and you would have had 5?
Enough.
4?
Give or take.
No.
So
What's enough?
I didn't see her as
the audience need a number, damn it.
Yeah, they'll get one eventually. But I didn't see her as a long-term relationship. And then she did something wrong, which was enough to say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to tolerate this. She found a note, or she found some girl's number in my notebook.
I think you did tell me about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, keep going.
Well, because I'm such an honest person and I don't lie, I told her, hey, this girl at work, she gave me her number. She's a little thickums, it'll...
Was it a number or a picture?
Was it a number or a picture?
I thought it was a picture. I could be wrong.
A picture with a number on the back.
Mm-hmm.
But I told her the truth. I said, hey, I took it because I didn't want her to feel, I didn't want to make her feel bad about giving it to me, even though she didn't have a chance. I took it graciously, let her know that, I got a girl and that, it's probably not going to happen. And then I forgot all about it. So I didn't remember to take the picture out to hide it because there was nothing to hide. I was all into my girl. My girl knew that she was the only one. We had rules and we followed the rules. But when the picture fell out, she was like, who's this? And I was like, well, this is a girl at work that liked me. She gave me her picture and number and, I took it, but, look at her. Come on.
Look at her.
Yeah, she didn't even qualify. I don't even know why my girl was even jealous about this girl.
All right, so my question for you regarding that is, why would you care about what this person would think versus how your girlfriend would feel? Like, if someone's giving me a picture of themselves and I'm in a relationship with someone I really care about, no thank you. And you're going to have to respect that I said no thank you.
Right, which is cool, which is probably what I should have done. However, I'm a nice guy. I'm not.
Oh,
I don't wanna,
stop it.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If you want to give me something, I'll take it. Not that I'm going to keep it or use it. I'll take it because you're willing to give it to me. But
okay, granted, you are a nice guy, but you using that as your excuse for accepting another female's picture or phone number?
Okay, so in my mind, if a girl is willing to come out of her shell and say, "Hey, I like you," I don't want to be that guy that messes it up for future guys that she might want to, let herself be known, because females don't come out of their shell. They don't say, "Hey, I like a guy." They wait for the guy to make the first move. I didn't want to crush that in her. I wanted her to still have that, but it's just not going to work with me.
I don't think it would have been crushing it in her to say, listen, I'm flattered that you want to give me this picture, but unfortunately I'm in a relationship and I don't know how my girlfriend will accept the fact that I'm accepting your picture, so unfortunately I will have to decline.
Yeah, that thought never crossed my mind.
That's sad.
I mean, I didn't take it saying, "Oh, I'm going to use it as backup."
Oh, I know. I get what you're saying. So,
but my girl should have known me better to know that I'm not going to lie to her about having the picture. I'm not going to. If I wanted something else, I would tell her. We were that honest with each other that we spoke about everything. For me to lie about this one thing was very insulting. And that was the end of our relationship.
Well, obviously your girlfriend didn't know you as well as you assumed she knew you.
Which,
But to me, at the end of the day, that's really like, I won't say stupid because I don't want to disregard her feelings, but that's it. Nothing else happened in the relationship.
That was it.
So that was a straw that broke the camel back that one time?
That was.
For you or for her?
For me. How are you going to be in a relationship with me and don't trust me? I never lied to this girl. I never did anything backhanded, or I was completely upfront and honest about everything.
And for her you call it quits because and you have the nerve to say this is the best person. The only reason I'm not working it out with African is because he turned up the last time we dealt with each other. My opinion of him is he's a total dick right now, and that's after me dealing with this person for several years. One incident you're gonna walk away from? She couldn't have been that dope.
Oh, she was.
She couldn't have been.
She was. It's just.
But you left.
Again, at the time I didn't see her as a long-term option. It'd have been nice to know what would have happened if, I let that thing slide.
Where is she? You can't get in contact with her?
No, I can't remember what her last name was. Danica something. I'm pretty sure she's been married by now, so the last name's changed. And I ran into her brother one time, and he's obviously mad at me.
Because of that incident?
I don't know why he's mad at me, but he's obviously mad at me. He wouldn't give me her number.
So she probably bashed your head in when you left. She probably was like, I can't stand that mofo. If you ever see him, crush his skull for me.
See, the problem was that even after that incident, she still had it in her mind that we were still an option. And I said something on purpose to hurt her feelings, which I immediately regret saying after I said it. But she never tried to venture down that road again because I said that really mean thing, which
is what?
So apologize about. I really...
You want to go on record and give her another apology? But first of all, tell her...
No, I've never apologized to her. I've never had the opportunity to apologize to her.
All the way.
Danica, you ever watch this at any point, know that really mean thing I said...
What was the really mean thing?
No,
we need to know.
No.
Come on.
No. That
you
really...
Be as transparent
that really
as you can tell
mean thing that I said, I only said it so you would hate me and...
Turn the camera once to your face. She needs to see your sincere face.
Yeah, I'm sincerely so sorry that I hurt your feelings. You did look wonderful going to that snowball, and...
What you told her? She looked fat?
No, I said something really mean. And
worse than you look fat?
Yeah, worse than you look fat.
What did you say?
Ooh. It's not my highlights. I don't want
to
focus on it, but oh my God, that's the meanest thing I've ever said to anybody. And no, that was not who I was, and I regret it. So I just wish I could say I'm sorry. I really do.
We still waiting to find out what you said.
Yeah, at some point I'm going to be able to say that.
That must have been some really mean shit.
I was
not even be able to repeat it again.
The meanest thing I've ever said in my life.
Wow. How dare you be so mean to that woman?
I know.
You didn't know how much of a struggle it is to raise 5 kids and still make time for your ass? Poor thing.
She was such a good girl.
She couldn't have been such a good girl. You walked away after one negative thing.
But it was a big negative thing. It's a lack of trust.
I don't even necessarily think she probably didn't trust you. She probably was trying to understand what mind frame you were in.
Well, I mean...
when you accepted this picture. Like, explain to me why you were more concerned about this particular female and how she would feel if you said, oh, no, I can't, versus how I would feel if I stumble upon it.
That
you
thought
always supposed to think about your spouse first.
Didn't cross my mind. I was just saying, oh, thank you, I'll.
You should have thank you.
Yeah, I know. I should have thrown it away, but honestly, the girl that gave me the picture didn't matter so much that I forgot as soon as she gave it to me. I forgot that she even gave me a fucking picture. And then when the picture fell out, I was like, oh, yeah, this is girl at work. She might like me a little bit.
It fell out where? Out of your pocket?
Out of my notebook. Because I used to, write things down, very frequently. And I always kept a notebook with me to catch my thoughts. And when she picked it up, it fell out. And I didn't stutter. I didn't stumble. I was like, oh, it's a girl at work. She might like me a little bit. She gave me her name and number. Maybe she gave me a picture and a number or whatever.
I think she might like me a little bit. Threw you under the bus.
No, I mean, I don't lie. I mean, this girl gave me a picture. I mean,
we all
you don't give anybody a picture. You don't, feel some type of way. But I didn't reciprocate those feelings. I didn't feel that type of way. My girl was enough for me. And for her to think that she wasn't, it blew my mind. How can you... I leave work to come straight home every single day. I don't stop after the gym. I don't stop off to go eat groceries. I come straight home to you. Every single day. You know where I am. You need a pager. You need a cell phone. You know where I am. For you to question my loyalty?
Well?
Nah.
She had a right to.
Nah, no she didn't.
There's a woman's picture falling out of your drawers.
I told her what it was. She should have believed me.
Please. Do you know how many men out there?
Yeah, and you know what?
I understand where you're coming from. And me knowing you as a person, yes, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I understand. She should have believed you. However, I'm a woman first.
You're a woman first. And because of all these other niggas out here lying.
Not even say niggas. People lie. People lie.
I
Men lie.
don't understand why people lie. I don't.
Until we figure that out, we won't have to have a podcast after that point of the club. But people lie for stupidest reasons. Both men and women. So I'm not going to just say men lie, but which is
why lie? Why lie? I don't understand why lie at all.
Some people lie to extend the relationship.
If it's going downhill, fuck it. Let it go downhill. Start over. You're wasting time by lying.
Some people can't move on that quickly.
I don't understand. I move on in the drop of a hat. Look.
Something's not wrong with you. Something's not wrong. Something is wrong with you to be able to move on that quickly.
No. We all grew up differently. I grew up in a military family on a military base where your neighbor could leave tomorrow and you wouldn't even know. You'd never see him again. I spent a lifetime of friends coming and going. I don't know anybody from when I was a child. Wow. Saying goodbye and moving on is the easiest thing for me. There's nothing easier. I'll never see you again? Okay, I hope your life goes well. I'm done. We don't have to keep in contact. We're good.
Except for that batshit crazy vagina. You know I had to say it.
Okay, so what she's referring to...
That batshit crazy vagina is the only one you can't seem to... Don't be making that face.
Well, what she's referring to is there's this girl that I met at a wedding. And at first, it was going off really, really well. And I invited her to, her and her son to come live with me. Well, come to find out, she's bipolar and manic depressive. And when it started getting bad, it got bad really fast. And it stayed bad for a long time. Now, me, being the honest person that I am, I was like, look, you can move in. We can, try this relationship out, see how it goes. If it doesn't work, we're two adults. We can decide that, hey, we don't need to be in a relationship. We could just be roommates. She'll get her shit together and move. Which I'm a nice, upfront person. However, people don't tend to, abide by the rules. And she decided, well, I don't give a fuck if you don't want to be with me. We're still going to be together. Which was odd. But, come to find out that she's got a little boyfriend now, which is good. And I guess he's keeping her satisfied, which is good. So I don't have to get another permanent restraining order, and we don't have to, go back and forth and have all these issues. So that's what she was talking about, batshit crazy. That's her nickname.
Yeah, because she is batshit crazy.
Yeah, she was batshit crazy. She was the fucking worst. I always thought...
Best name you ever came up?
I thought it'd be, kind of cool to have a girl obsessed with you and want to, be in your shit and track you down. And, it's so cute. She's concerned where I am and, who I'm talking to. And, it's cute at first, but, it gets serious real quick where shit gets thrown away and cops get called and lies get told. And then you end a night in jail and have to get bonded out and shit. It's the fucking worst. I never want to go for that again.
You never want to go for that again, but you still keep hitting it. So if you keep hitting it, you're going to continuously go through it.
She says keep hitting it, but I'm not keep hitting it.
When was the last time you hit it?
I haven't had sex with her in months and months and months. I can't remember the last time.
But it happened this year.
Oh, yes, I do. Did it happen this year?
Yes, it happened
this year. It's still 2018?
Yes, it's still 2018. And all the drama you were speaking about happened in 2017 and 2018, right?
Look. There's...
Even after you guys separated.
Look. They say some of the best sex comes from the crazy ones, and you know what? It might be true. It absolutely might be true, because she was such a good girl. In bed. Oh, my God.
She was a good girl in bed?
Oh, my God. I loved fucking her in the backseat.
And I think the fact that she knows that is the reason why she acted crazy as she did.
I loved fucking her in the house, and I loved just getting at her whenever I could. It was, oh my God, it was so...
Well, if she's watching this, she'll be calling you soon.
She better not be watching this. I'm needing her to be in a relationship and being happy where she is. So
you want her to be in a relationship and be happy where she is, and then give you some vagina on the side, so that way she can run back and give her man all that crazy shit, but then give you with a vagina.
No. I honestly,
be honest,
no.
Rodney.
Being the honest guy that I am, I would prefer to be happy. I would prefer her to be happy in her current relationship,
but still give you some vagina.
Not have anything to do with me whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better that way.
So you will give up on that batshit crazy vagina?
Yeah. No. I'm actually trying to date a little bit and not. Okay. So a little background. I'm that guy that goes on dates, and before I know it, I'm in a relationship. You know, I go on the first date, and then, you know, I guess I'm picking them up the next day, and before you know it, they moved in, and I'm always in a relationship. I'll get out of a relationship like, good, I'm out of a relationship, I'm going to date a little bit, but then I go on one date, and I'm like, damn, I'm in a relationship already. So, currently, I'm dating, and I'm going to continue to date until I know this one is good for me going forward. So I'm not going to accidentally fall into a relationship. I'm looking out for that. So that's that.
Well, I'm not going to comment on the people that you're dating in case they decide to tune in. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself. But if I have it my way, I will post a picture of you on my Instagram or Facebook and have somebody that I know who knows somebody call you, because your selection of women,
Jesus Christ,
very, very poor.
Okay, look. Okay, so about my selection. Now, I don't. Okay, everybody has a type, right? You got a type. Mm-hmm. Dark skin, tall, foreplay. You got a type.
Sexy, muscular.
I've got a type. We've all got a type. However, we all have exceptions to the rule, right?
I guess.
You don't have an exception to the rule? So
he could have everything and be a little short.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, with me it's different. Now, you got to understand that I'm not in a relationship. I'm not with one individual that I can call my own. So,
good.
If I decide I want to get with someone because of this particular reason, that doesn't mean they're my type. They have something that I want to get at. So, that's what that is. Not that I have a bad selection. Okay. So,
but even if there is something that you want to get at, they should at least have some of the things you require in a significant other that you would date seriously. No? Oh, I guess you guys do operate differently than women.
Yeah, we operate differently.
Ooh.
There might be a...
So you will lower your standards?
Whoa. It's not lowering of the standards because my type is my type.
But you're just saying that these particular women that have something you want to get at don't necessarily have all those characteristics that you look for when you settle down.
Okay.
So that's called lowering your standards.
No, it's not lowering your standards. They have something I need to get at.
Which is what?
Let me tell you a story.
What's that thing they need to get at?
Okay, let me tell you.
Okay.
So, I used to work at a company called MBNA in Delaware. Okay. And it was on both sides of the highway. So, the building was built up, and there was a bridge going across the highway. Now, this bridge has windows. And there was this woman walking across.
You're only halfway in the camera.
There was this woman that was walking across. There was a woman that was walking across, and she had this sundress on, and the sun hit her in such a way that it almost looked like she wasn't wearing anything. You could see every curve and every crevice, and the way that thing stuck out. Oh my God. I had to get that for myself. I had to touch it. I had to experience that. I can't remember what the girl's name was. But what happened was, I tried to be a good guy. I tried to say, you know what? I'm going over here to take care of this business. I'm going to take care of that business. So after I took care of my business, I had a little time on my hands. I went to go look for her on that side of the building, which I couldn't find her. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not meant to be. So as I was walking across that same bridge, lo and behold, who's walking in front of me, and the sun was hitting her in such a fashion. I was like, yo, this was meant to be. This is God telling me He wants me to be with that right there.
Right. That was God.
I've got to follow her back to her desk, and I got to make this happen. Which I did follow her back to her desk.
And you made it happen.
Oh my God, it was so great.
You're such a pervert.
If she didn't have a child, and
okay, so you rule them out if they have kids?
I do.
What?
Or I did at the time. They just didn't
qualify. I was about to say the nerve of you. You have 5.
Yeah, but they're not young kids where it's going to interfere.
You do have a young
Listen,
child.
yeah, but he stays with his mom. I don't have a young child that's going to interfere with me needing to get a baby.
Selfish.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I need time with a female, with me, not just us all the time. I'm tired of us.
Okay,
I need some me time.
She can get babysitter. She can say, Mom, can you look at her? Cuz, can you?
Then, you know what? I'll give her an opportunity to do that.
Okay, so did you change your views on that currently, or is that how you still...
That's how I was then. Now,
okay.
I'm pretty much the same way.
Oh, Jesus.
Look.
So you just don't like to date women with kids?
Not small kids who can't feed themselves.
Point, I guess I understand.
I need you to have somebody that, can feed themselves or can go away to family, or I need to be able to spend time with you to find out that if this is going to work, this is what this will be, and then we'll include, all that other stuff. I know.
So basically, you want to be able to knock that down a couple of times first before the baby run in the room and be like, Mommy, I want some titties in my mouth.
Not even about knocking it down. It's just about I need quality time for me.
Right.
Before we involve everything else.
I mean, to a point, to a degree, I kind of understand that because I refuse to date men with small babies and...
Same way.
With small babies, I refuse to date a man with a bunch of kids. I was kind of thrown into a situation, blindsided, I should say, dating a guy with damn near a newborn. It's because he didn't explain to me that there was one on the way. That's how that happened. But
if he did explain that up front, would you give him an opportunity?
I would say yes if the relationship continued the way it started. But when the newborn came in the picture, it didn't. So, I would say no.
So if he was honest up front and was like, yo, I got a newborn on the way, but it's about me and you.
Well, I didn't want it to be about him and I because I explained to him when I first met him that there was never going to be a you and I.
So, you let him knock it down knowing that it wasn't long term?
No, I knocked it down knowing that. Why do men always feel like y'all knocking shit down? Like, if I'm the one making you scream and curl your toes every time we interact, I'm knocking that shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I knocked it down knowing that I didn't want anything else after that.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then things got complicated where I just couldn't knock it down when I wanted to. So I was like, oh, this is starting to become, too much. I gotta go. Right. So, yeah, I totally understand that point, I guess. All right, so my question is, and I'm sure you're going to say no because you always try to act like you're so sane. I guess I'm the only crazy friend in a relationship. But what would you say was the craziest thing you've ever done for the sake of love?
What is the craziest thing I've done for the sake of love? I don't.
This is why I need my girlfriend because I swear you be like, I don't do crazy stuff. No, not me. Like really? You've never call a girl phone 30 times, although to some that may not seem crazy. You never did anything like that. Like call the girl's mama like, yo, she over there? I'm trying to talk to her. Or, drove past the house real quick to see if the lights on in the living room. Like, why she not answering the phone?
Yeah.
Nothing like that?
No, I don't stalk. I don't.
You
give me half an inclination that you're not on the same page as me, this thing is over.
Oh, God.
I've been moved on already.
So the answer to my question is nothing. You
the
never called the phone
craziest thing
more than twice.
I've done.
I'm talking about, think back to even when you were like in your 20s. I'm not talking about now.
Okay. And the craziest thing that I've done to stay with a babe.
It doesn't even necessarily have to be to stay with a babe. It could be somebody that you were really interested in getting to know, and I guess they really weren't giving you the time of day, so you were just like, oh my God, what can I do? What can I do to get her to notice me? It could be anything. It could be somebody that you're with, and you're like, wait a minute, why can't I get in touch with her? Where is she? Whatever you, something crazy that you did for love. In the name of love. Shit, I got like a ton goddamn load. You sitting here